Fellas, take her camping on the first date. If she can't go without her phone for one night, she's not going to have the strength to survive the coming ecological and social collapse of industrial capitalism.
I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message.
Do you people eat nonsense for breakfast? You don't trust the government, but you literally worship and love the people that are running it. You want to cry about your rights because somebody told you to put a mask on, but y'all will literally create a whole anti-protest against somebody else's civil rights. You love veterans, unless of course they're homeless. Then they need to get up off their ass and go get a job. You love talking about how America is the freest country in the world, but you don't want gay people getting married. You don't want people having sex changes. And you think the only religion that should exist is Christianity. Like, your whole existence is a big giant contradiction. And the scariest part was all the people in the comments talking about, oh, I'm a nurse, and I'm not gonna get vaccinated even if they fire me. Y'all better count your lucky stars that I don't have the free time or the level of pettiness to hunt you all down and call your damn jobs.
Oh my god, I finally found one.
Found what? What'd you find?
The first funny female.
What?
Yeah, dude, that is so rare. She definitely earned her rights.
Bro, what are you talking about? Have you ever spoken to a woman,
Notice how she's attractive? Boys, we gotta protect this one.
Bro,
we gotta protect her because she is a woman that is making us funny.
If we raise the minimum wage, companies will raise their prices. So you agree? Agree with what? Capitalism doesn't benefit the working class.
Believe it or not, Eraserhead is my most spiritual film.
What will elaborate on that?
No, I won't.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I want to start a soup kitchen for white supremacists. Call it the kitchen. Okay? And they're gonna come inside and we're gonna realize very quickly that we do not have soup. Only sandwiches. Fucking knuckle sandwiches, baby.
For the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
I think we're just getting started.
Excuse me, I'm doing dishes, but I just wanted to say, the great thing about this post is that the Department of Homeland Security didn't say conservatives. Y'all did. If the boot fits, I guess, huh?
Oh. Brave. It's just that, you know, the thing is that
OJ like, I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay.
Oh, for real? On God? Just like that?
If the mask work, why does my kids have to wear the mask?
If toilet paper works, why do I have to wipe my ass? What do you mean that doesn't make sense?
Yeah, I just...
Why do you like Trump?
Because he's done much for our country, and I've been raised in the South, so why wouldn't I?
I'm sorry. One more time, in plain English.
I want to fight bitch boy. I feel like I have that ability. Where's my knife? He's not even smart. It would be easy. Bones. Bitches really call him Tony Stark when he can't even write honey, I'm so sorry. Fight. He really shot a car into space and we clapped for what? He bought his seat on Tesla. He didn't even found the company. Dodging rich boy who could even get a master's in economics. But I want all the smoke with Ellen. God, he's so dumb. Ellen. One good punch to the fucking neck. Why am I so cute? Why did the US Gov lend so much money to an econ major for SpaceX when we have NASA? Oh right, money. Develop class capitalism is so get Elon Musk physically. I'd be doing Grimes a favor probably. Bye ho.
Not me getting dressed and looking like Kamala Harris. We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States.
This is what some lords in DC do to the lower class and charge $1.2K a month.
Y'all got busted pipes, water leaks, dirty cops. They cut the water off anytime they
Keep in mind, there really is no such thing as affordable housing in DC, so for the lower class, this is what we get. And most of us spend more than 50% of our income to have this. This is what happens when gentrification comes. And the problem that no one is talking about is that we have been pushed out of everywhere. There is nowhere for us to live sustainably. And people wonder why the lower class are more prone to violence and substance abuse and mental illness, as well as physical ailments and disease. People understand generational wealth but can't seem to grasp generational poverty. And then they say, oh well, we'll just work harder, get more jobs.
Where's the Cleaning Association at? Where's the Cleaning Association at? You know where they at? They in your house. The Cleaning Association ain't shit. I said.
See, many people take advantage of the lower class thinking that we are not intelligent at all, or that we lack advocacy skills for ourselves, or that, even worse, we're not worthy of or deserving of equal housing and clean conditions and safe environments. A lot of Americans sacrifice good, healthy, nourishing food for junk food because they have to pay the rent, because it is now over 50% of the working lower class's income a month. Ignorant people will still have something negative to say because that is how a small mind works, unfortunately. But for those who are all about standing up for equality and for change, this is a problem in America that is being ignored daily. The income disparities and the housing disparities in America are astounding. They're getting away with it because everyone is silent, ignoring it.
It's one of the Proud Boys, and he's wearing a shirt that says 6MWE. Do y'all know what that stands for?
Stands for 6 million wasn't enough, in reference to the 6 million Jewish individuals that were murdered during the Holocaust. Now you may be saying, Travis, why are you upset? You're not Jewish. You're right, I'm not Jewish. But I have family, and I have friends. My best fucking friend is Jewish, but not just that. I'm also a decent fucking person to not hate somebody because of their fucking religion. If you are any bit of a Nazi, or any bit racist, or anything of the sorts, I say this with the least bit of sincerity, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I hope you swallow your own fucking teeth and choke on them. And I'll be happy to fucking assist with that. Fuck you!
What's up, y'all? It's Mr. Ernest Krim III, your favorite Black history teacher, and I'm in St. Louis now at the Gateway Arch, which symbolizes the enforcement of white supremacy towards Native Americans and Black folks. I was first introduced to the Gateway Arch not by my history teacher, but by Nelly when he came out with Country Grammar in the year 2000. At the time, I had no idea that it actually represented westward expansion, the displacement of Native Americans, the genocide of Native Americans, and the expansion of slavery. I also didn't know that it was built on land that used to be a Black neighborhood. There were about 20,000 people that lived in this area, and 95% of them were Black. You know, I also didn't know that about 290 mostly Black businesses were upended and destroyed for the construction of the arch. I also didn't know that we protested the construction of the arch because they didn't hire Black folks to help build it. So when we talk about structural racism, understand, we really mean it.
Find this fucking skull here. It has a full set of teeth.
Ricky here.
And this dumbass goes, you think it's a bird?
And
all of my pretty too, cause bitch I am not ugly, that is you. All over us, and every single night when we down with conflict, he'd invite the neighbors out with this chorus. Come on, shiver like a time, come on,
I don't have to sweeten my delivery to make it work for Todd. I mean, who is Todd?
Some of y'all don't want to hear this, but your church doesn't go down the street. They go to Africa because they want to feel superior. Ooh.
You're gonna love this game.
jobs in America be like?
Use anything at hand as a weapon. Work as a team if there are others with you, and act aggressively to stop the shooting.
Wow.
On today's episode of History They Don't Teach, we're going to revisit the topic about sundown towns because this comment has me curious. I'm actually wondering how many people have family or friends who went missing after being in a sundown town after sunset. These are towns that African Americans aren't allowed in after sunset. However, they can work there, but they have to leave after a certain time. If they're caught there after sunset, they will either be escorted out by law enforcement or possibly lynched. And believe it or not, these towns still exist. Last year, I was an hour outside of Cumberland, Kentucky. I was traveling along Route 119 heading back to Maryland. I stopped at a random gas station and the cashier looked at me in concern. She said, "You best not be around here after dark. This is a sundown town." Kentucky has 60 towns that are believed to be or previously have been sundown towns. My home state of Maryland had a few too. A lot of these towns are no longer sundown towns, but there are still a lot of undocumented towns across this country that have a lot of Jim Crow era ideologies. It's also noted that there are still houses in this country that deed states, "Said premise shall not be rented, leased, or conveyed to or occupied by any other than white or Caucasian race."